universe was vast, cold, and indifferent. A sprawling expanse of stars, planets, and the void between them. Civilizations rose and fell, empires crumbled into dust, and yet, one constant remained: the xenomorph. A perfect organism, as some called it, a nightmare as others knew it to be. Its role in the cosmos was not one of conquest or dominion, not in the way empires understood it. It was something far more primal, far more inevitable. The first recorded encounter with the xenomorph was aboard the USCSS Nostromo, a commercial towing vessel whose crew stumbled upon a derelict ship on LV-426. What they found there was not just an alien species but a force of nature, an organism designed for survival, adaptation, and propagation. The creature that emerged from Kane's chest was not merely a predator. It was the next step in an ancient cycle. But where did they come from? Some believed the xenomorphs were engineered, the result of a long-dead civilization's bioweapons program. The engineers, as they were called, had seeded worlds with their creations, perhaps intending to wipe the slate clean. But something went wrong. The perfect organism escaped its creators, outliving them, becoming something beyond control. Others theorized that the xenomorph was not made at all, that it was a natural phenomenon, an evolutionary endpoint. A creature so efficient that it could exist anywhere, thrive in any environment. It needed no technology, no cities, no wars. Simply was. And wherever life existed, the xenomorph would find a way to use it, to reproduce, to continue its existence. Across the galaxy, the creature became a legend, a whispered horror. The Weyland-Yutani Corporation sought to weaponize it, believing that harnessing its power would make them unstoppable. They were wrong. The colonial Marines learned this the hard way on LV-426, where an entire colony was reduced to a breeding ground. No matter how many bullets were fired, no matter how many flamethrowers burned, the xenomorphs kept coming. They were relentless, unstoppable. But was their purpose merely to kill, to spread? Some who studied them, those few who survived, began to see a pattern. The xenomorphs were not mindless. They were strategic, adaptive. They learned. When faced with new threats, they evolved. Facehuggers implanted embryos tailored to their hosts, creating variants, predaliens, praetorians, queens. They were not just hunters. They were sculptors of their own evolution. Perhaps their role was balance. The universe was filled with life, and life, unchecked, consumed resources, waged wars, destroyed itself. The xenomorph was the counterweight, a natural predator to cull the weak, to test the strong. A species that existed solely to ensure that no civilization grew too arrogant, too reckless. Or perhaps they were something else entirely, a remnant of a forgotten god, a living weapon left over from a war older than time. Some ancient texts spoke of a great purge, a time when the universe would be cleansed of impurity. Were the xenomorphs the instruments of that purge? Were they waiting silently, in the dark between the stars, for the moment when they would be unleashed in full? One thing was certain. They were not done. They would never be done. As long as life existed, the xenomorph would be there, lurking in the shadows, nesting in the ruins of dead worlds, waiting for the next ship to land, the next host to stumble upon them. And the universe, vast and indifferent, would continue its silent watch, knowing that in the end, the perfect organism would outlast them all.